Hey, welcome to the Bighorn Mountain Alpacas channel. Here are some animals with our guardian dogs that just arrived to our farm this year. The little alpaca Daniel there and our mustang Lexi. And today I'm going to talk about how we introduce new animals that are added to our farm. Oftentimes the animals are introduced when they're young. Here are two goslings with Tacoma, and they were introduced as soon as they got here. And there's one of the geese, Joey, walking with Solomon. And they really bond to the birds really well. And a lot of it is not just the spoken words I do with them, like there's David with some of our ducks, with our runner ducks, but it's also the unspoken language, like seeing me nurture the little ones. They just know that these animals they're okay. They're definitely not intruders. Cats were a species I was not sure we could ever have as part of our family because the guardians would chase any kind of cat out, and they did not want them anywhere near our property. Our Great Pyrenees sisters before this, Coda and Kira, actually would kill cats that would come on our property. Well, they killed one in our chicken coop. But thanks to Tacoma and carefully bonding with the kittens, she showed that they are fine, and now everyone accepts the cats. And in fact, there's another rescue cat that we added, and they get along great. Rabbits are another species that our guardians don't want on the property. Tacoma does eat the wild rabbits, but they all get along with our Angora rabbits. Tacoma and David came to Casper, Wyoming, a couple hours away, when we picked up our Brahma chicks, and they bonded with them immediately, like right there in the post office parking lot. And that helped a lot because when I walked in the door to show them, and we added 2 more chicks a couple weeks later. Then when I got home, it was very easy transition to introduce them to the rest of the pack. They could see that their parents, Tacoma and David, were very accepting of the chicks, and everyone was so interested. And a lot of it was, how I was speaking to them, like, look at the babies, guys, look, and do you love them? Those are words they know are nice words. We have other not nice words that when animals are maybe trying to enter a property that shouldn't be here, I'll say like, get out or go home, and they get really upset. But right there they can see, my body language is, I love these chicks. Look at this. These are ours, guys. And our littlest guardian, Ruthie, took a real liking to the chicks, as you will see here after I put them away in the incubator. Ruthie wanted the chicks out of the incubator a lot, and so we spent a lot of time, Ruthie and the chicks and I. And Ruthie chose to sleep by the incubator and watch the chicks. Here are some more intimidating, for lack of a better word, type of birds. This is the first hour we adopted some macaws. They do not stay in cages anymore, but we had just brought them in, set up their cages, and I wanted the guardians to see that they were okay. They're here to stay, and they were so interested in checking them out. So there they are, walking around, just kind of smelling. And as you can see later, they don't stay in cages anymore. Ruger, the military macaw, actually walked across the floor just to hang out with Goliath. They are best buddies now. A little bit more about Candy and Ruger, the macaws that were rehomed to us. Their feathers were clipped their whole life, so they did not know how to fly when they got here, and we knew we wanted them to be free-flighted macaws and to no recall. Candy cannot fly yet, but Ruger can, and there he is. He stopped a little short of getting to me, and Samson stayed there until I could get there. When Ruger flies, it's like Air Force One is up there. The guardians have him covered. When he lands, I know he is safe until I get there. Oftentimes, little ones are born here, and the guardians are a part of it right from the beginning. There's Daniel with his mom, Freedom. He was just born, and the guardians watched, and they bond with him right away. And I am there just to make sure everything's okay, and that they let the mom also bond with the baby. And it's important that I'm there so none of them get possessive of the baby. They can do that a tiny bit, like where one will want everybody back. They want that baby. I mean, they just fall in love with the baby, and they're great with that. When I say, no guys, you can't do that. Everybody can come in to see the baby, and that's the mom's baby.
Were you seeing the baby?
There's Daniel walking up the runway for the first time.
A baby! You guys are so happy.
They were so excited. There's Daniel and his mom and Maria, and they just treated him like royalty. I mean, if they had a red carpet, they would have rolled it out there. The Guardians love watching Daniel while his mom is out grazing. There's Goliath, David, and Samson. And there, right behind them here is the whole pack, including Daniel's mom grazing. Shortly after that, we had baby Asher, and the same kind of excitement happened. And there's Lorraine and Asher. Lorraine is the mom. Here is the very first moments of our wild, untouched Mustang that we adopted in August, Lexi, meeting the Guardians. And there is David. And there was no way I was going to hide a horse, so I decided to get introductions over with right away. And Lexi was in the safety of the corral, and I knew the Guardians would be okay because they would feed off my energy of it's okay. And as you can see, the Guardians were showing no aggressive behavior, and Lexi picked up on that, I believe, and I think that helped calm her because they bonded up very quickly. And I slept outside with the Guardians and Lexi for a few nights, and they had become fast friends. There was no aggression or anything like that. After a few days, I let one dog in at a time, and I would watch. And Lexi's ears went down once, and I got the Guardian out. And it's just fear. You know, once they know these dogs are not going to hurt me, everything went away, and they are good buddies. Shortly after this, Lexi met everyone, and I believe the Guardian's demeanor helped everyone to see she's okay. And Lexi loves the Guardians now. They all get along. They're all buddies. One thing I didn't mention yet, and I want to say before I finish this video, make sure that you don't just put young Guardians with chickens or ducks and without supervision, because they will need to learn. You know, they can't just play with them or be rough with them. In my case, I'm home all the time. And also, well, the puppies had David and Tacoma to teach them. So my puppies have been able to be around the chickens and ducks their whole life, and we've never had any problems. Well, thank you for watching and tuning in, and I hope that you subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you soon.